coming back to ourselves is something that will take time. It's a ever evolving process that I have come to see over these past couple of months, because having one person who supports us, who helps us get to that place and will push us to that next level, has helped me level up in more ways than I could have imagined. How Itadori had his brother come in and re-encourage him to get off the ground, to keep fighting, to keep striving for what he wanted. This is what I have now in my life, and it is a really amazing feeling to have, because I didn't have it for the longest of times. Before, it was just me going off the hope and the faith and the dream that I had within myself that things would just work out. All the books that I was reading, the sacrifices that I was making around not playing video games or watching anime, all the podcasts that I was listening to, all the conversations that I was having, I knew that it would pay off one day. I just had that feeling within myself and my soul and my being that the work that I was putting in was for a reason. It's been lonely at times. It's been a struggle, to say the least. I wouldn't change it for the world. And Itadori, he'll come around to seeing that as well too. All the pain and the suffering and the sorrow that he has faced in this season will be worth it. He will see a new light. He will see a new way of viewing the world. He will become a stronger version of himself, because he has gone through so much, and he's still sane, he's still fighting, he's still able to use his powers, he's still able to show up and fight the people who stand in front of him, because if he didn't, he would be dishonoring their deaths. He'd be dishonoring those who helped him get to the place that he wanted to get to. And if he just sat on the sidelines, didn't make any movements, didn't make any changes, didn't help his brother out, didn't fight alongside him to defeat Patchface, then he wouldn't have anything to count on. He wouldn't be himself. He wouldn't be who he has always been, who his grandpa told him was, who his friends have helped him become, who his mentors have helped him realize who he is, because they saw something in him that not he himself didn't even see in himself to begin with. So having somebody who is able to support him, who is able to bring out the light, who is able to ask him questions and inspire him to get off the ground and get back on his feet and keep moving forward one step at a time, is something that we all need in our lives. And my goal, my hope is that this video, this conversation that I'm having with you right now, is doing the exact same thing for you, helping you get off of the ground, get off the floor, take that first step to get back to what you enjoy doing, to get back to yourself, to understand that you are going to be beaten down time and time again. Just as I talked about in yesterday's video, how Invincible, Mark from the series Invincible, wanted to keep going out on the field. He wanted to keep fighting. He wanted to keep proving himself that he was worthy. And yet he kept getting beaten down time and time again. First by his dad, then by the twins. Itadori, same thing. He was beaten down by Patchface, then he was beaten down by Sukuna, and then he was beaten down by the blood-bending guy. I can't remember his name right now. And all of us have had other people that will beat us down, that will tell us certain things that may not make us feel good, that'll prevent us from shining our light, because they're worried of what will happen when we do shine bright. And it's typically the people that are closest to us, friends of ours, family members, acquaintances that we see on a daily basis that we don't want to offend, because we don't want them to feel a certain way. And I was having a conversation in one of my coaching calls last night where her and I, we were talking how she wants to write a book and she wants to do all these like great things, and she's worried or scared because she doesn't want to bring up past feelings and make other people in her family feel a certain way. I was asking her, I was like, well, why does it matter how they feel? Shouldn't it matter what you feel and what you feel is right? And that's why I make these videos and why I was having the conversation with her, because it's like too often we put the opinions of others over the opinion of ourselves. I feel like it's better to put my opinion above somebody else's, at least in the grand scheme of things. It's still worth listening to other people's opinions and just taking what you need and leaving what you don't, and coming to the conclusion to yourself by sitting alone for maybe a couple of hours or 30 minutes or 20 minutes or meditating. And you can go back to one of my previous videos and listen to a type of meditation, which I would say the best type of meditation that you can do is just the mindfulness, focusing on your breath, or Samadhi Sutra, where you breathe in one nostril, switch nostrils, breathe out the other nostril, breathe back in that same nostril, switch, and then breathe out the other nostril, and do that for like 3 to 5 minutes. Really helpful for me with calming down my nervous system and my mind, and it has helped me get to the point to where I do have other people to rely on. I can rely on myself. I can rely on aspects that I didn't know to be true, because we all want to do something with our life. We all have this innate drive. At least that's my hope. It may be different for each and every single one of us. Some of us may just want to become like professional streamers, or want to play video games all day, or watch anime, or talk with friends, or just hang out with family, or whatever your dream or desire is. You can do that. And that's where I like that other movie, Ratatouille, which you can go back to day 10 and look at that video, because there are different aspects that we have within ourselves that we can achieve anything that we set out to when we have that one person who does believe in us, who will help us protect one another, and who we can also protect in the process as well too, because the stronger we become, the stronger they're wanting to become, and then we're able to reach to that next level. If we stay at the exact same place that we were at, where Itadori finally has Black Flash and his brother's like, wow, you're getting so much stronger, you're reaching these new levels, and Itadori, he's just been trained, he's been putting in the work, and his brother has just been he's putting in the work as well too. It's just when he comes back and he finally sees his brother, he's like, wow, okay, you've made progress. I want to get up to that next level. And those are the people that we should be surrounding ourselves with, not people that are telling us, why are you trying to read these books? Why are you listening to podcasts? Why aren't you watching anime anymore? You've changed. You aren't the same person that you once were. You're doing all these things that aren't right. Like, do you ever have fun? Do you ever go outside? Do you ever do these things? And it's like, what I do, I enjoy it. I want to become strong. I want to be the one that is always strong. I want to be the one that is here for myself when nobody else is. And that's just the burden of being a man at the end of the day, I would have to say. Not everybody wants to bear that burden. That's perfectly okay. I just know that if you have been watching this channel for a while and you've been listening to me over these past, what are we on, 17 days or something like that right now, then there's probably some truth in that, and you do want to change who you are as a person. You do want to change your worldview and maybe start growing into a man that you can be proud of when you look at him in the mirror, so that your brother and other people will want to strive to become up to your level. And that's something that we can obtain through this desire, this willingness to grow, evolve, change, try different things, because we have that one person who supports us. And if you guys don't have that person in your life right now, use me. Have me be that person for you. Have these words that I'm speaking to you right now be the changing factor. Be the thing that you need to take that next step, to get into the life that you want to live, to move out of your mom's basement, to start in sales, or start doing something that you had never imagined, say a podcast, or talking with a stranger, or asking the girl out, or going out on dates, or start lifting weights. Whatever dream or desire, meditation, yoga, whatever dream or desire that you have, it all starts by having one word of encouragement from somebody that you look up to. Maybe it doesn't even have to be somebody that you look up to. And you might be wondering, like, well, how do I find these people? Where do I find them at? I always found them online, and then I would find them in public. Like, I'd just be talking with them, asking questions, trying to get them to open up, or just being genuinely interested in the person. And there's a book on this if you guys want to check it out, How to Win Friends and Influence People. And I'd highly recommend that book if you are wanting to grow as a person and understand how you can connect better with other people so that you can have a more fulfilling life. At least that's what I've always done. I like being able to understand how I can communicate and talk with people, because people are the lifeblood of any business, of any success story, of any endeavor that people face and achieve in the world, because without people, nothing can be achieved. And that's why I make the videos. That's why I have the conversations. That's why I do the coaching. That's why I read the books and the podcasts and experience and share my knowledge with each and every single one of you, because I understand where it can lead when we do have that one word of encouragement. And that's why if you don't have mentors right now, I didn't have mentors in the beginning. I had digital mentors. I had mentors such as podcasts like Tim Ferriss, Gary Vee, Sam Ovens, Alex Becker. Like, I had those people as my mentors, Tony Robbins, and I was able to learn from them. Whereas right now, like, it's me doing what I do. I've accumulated all our knowledge to be able to provide it back to you guys in my own unique and individual way. So you can listen to me, you can listen to them, I can be your inspiration, you can find other people to be your inspiration. It really just it depends on who you want to be and where you want to be in the next 5, 10, 15 years, even where you want to be next month or in 6 months, and taking the necessary steps to be able to get to that place. And it all starts by having somebody who supports you and is willing to stand up for you when you are at your lowest, when you're on your ground, when you can't get up, when you've lost everything, when you have no place else to turn. The best place that you can turn is inward. Find that inner strength. If you don't have that inner strength, use my words as your inner strength. If you don't want to use my words, maybe look outside of yourself at other channels, other podcasts, other mediums that you can always use to find that inner peace, and then continue to move forward from there, because there's a lot that can be learned from having somebody who will stand up for you, help you fight your battles, and help you defeat the enemies who stand in your way. If you made it to the end of the video, all I ask is that you share this with a friend, a family member, an enemy, or even on your social media with the link, and just help us grow the channel quite a bit by the end of the year. Otherwise, you can donate any amount to the channel on a monthly fee, or we can do one-on-one coaching. I'm trying something different. I ended up leaving my sales job to pursue video creation and creating content every single day and make this my full-time gig, because it's something where I would rather inspire and talk with each and every single one of you compared to having conversations that I enjoyed. It's just, it wasn't bringing me as much fulfillment as, say, doing something like this does. So if you guys want to help me out a little bit, would be very much appreciated. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video.